Most of us don't even question it anymore. We live in overpriced apartments, work stressful jobs, and pay way too much money for basic necessities. But what if I told you there's a place in Spain where life is completely different? There's no fast food restaurants at all. Now let's go get some food. This week we are visiting what might be one of the best cities to live in the whole of Spain. Affordable housing, incredible food at insanely low prices, and a lifestyle that feels like a complete reset. So what is the catch? Let's find out. So we currently find ourselves in Picos de Europa. This is the highest spot in Europe. The direct translation is Peaks of Europe, and there's a village over here that we're going to go later on. This is considered to be one of the best spots to live in the whole of Spain. Of course now it is winter time, so it's not going to be as impactful, but still we're going to go check it out, see what it's all about. The landscape is absolutely unbelievable. So the first thing I did was immediately go for a coffee to see what the vibe was over here, and it's a complete contrast to what most of us are used to. Like, I looked around expecting to see someone aggressively doom scrolling their life away, but no. People are actually talking to each other, making eye contact, like we're in some alternate reality where Instagram doesn't exist. Alright, so this will be our home for the next 5 days. I'm about to show you the Airbnb, what 50 euros a night gets you in this place.
So this is like the living room right here. This is where I'll be setting up my desk.
I have to say the place is pretty impressive. You have 3 bedrooms, 1 kitchen, 1 bathroom. It's all pretty big, to be honest, for the average size of these apartments here. And we're about 2 minutes from the center of the town. There's tons of restaurants, there's tons of bars, and it's such a weird shape because it's a very long village but very narrow. So there's like 3 streets or something like that. Oh wow, there we go. Oh, you're late. Yeah, you'll see this theme throughout the video. This place is very influenced by the Roman Catholic Church, I suppose for the last 300 years or something like that. This guy behind me is called Pelayo, and the story basically goes that in this place here is called Cuevas de Covadonga, and in this place when Spain was conquered by the Muslims back in the, I'll put the date up here because I don't want to say it wrong, he had like a religious revelation from Virgin Mary to reconquer the whole of Spain, and from this place up here he did it all, which I think is pretty crazy. We're super lucky today because this place is empty. I've seen it in Google Maps and it's usually crowded. You'll see hundreds of people around here. It's extremely quiet. That is also something you don't see in places like the UK or the US. You have hundreds of national parks where you don't have to pay any money, but you can just visit them.
That is the cave right there. We're gonna go later on.
I've seen pictures of this place before and it's always absolutely crowded. We've made it now to Batman's Cave. So this is the place right here I was telling you about. It's a very cool cave actually, and I can't imagine what this must have been like 100 years ago, 200 years ago. So there is a story within this place, and apparently there's this fountain that has 4 streams coming out of it, and apparently if you drink from all 4 streams you're gonna get married within a year. One of these like local traditions. Okay, there's more than 4 streams. And this right here is the exact spot where I was talking to you about. Okay, now we're leaving that spot. We're going to another spot called Cangas de Onís. So that's another thing worth mentioning. If you're vegan or vegetarian, I think you're going to struggle massively, as around here it's all pretty much steak houses and meat. There's not a lot of Airbnbs, but everything feels pretty much like a hostel where you can stay overnight.
Oh, someone left some flowers up here. Oh no, obviously I'm not that stupid.
So apparently people jump from up here, but this must be at least a 20-meter jump. It's not very deep waters. The housing situation is very good. You can see some houses behind me. I was curious to see what the average house costs here, and from doing a quick browse online, we're looking at a house anywhere from 30,000 all the way up to 300,000 euros. And because this is not a super touristy area, people don't really consider this place as an investment, so the average price for a house is much lower than your typical place. They're also built to last because this place can have some of the worst weather ever, but you can see it. It's February right now and it's mostly sunny. It's getting close to lunchtime now. Let's go get some food. One thing I'm starting to realize after walking for the last hour trying to find like a place to eat is there's no fast food restaurants at all. Like, I found 0 so far. I was shocked at this. Fast food places here exist, but they're empty. Like, completely dead. Did Ronald McDonald personally offend them? Either way, people here actually eat at real restaurants. Here they do like a daily menu, so you get like 2 meals, you get 4 options, and they're all within the 10 to 15 euros range, which I think is very good. After exploring the main city, I wanted to see the opposite side of this, what nature looks like over here. Quick update, we find ourselves in the middle of nowhere, and this is the cool thing, it's just 2-hour drive can get you from the main city back into the coastline. It's really cool. It's so quiet here again. It's pretty scary because we have here some holes that give access into the sea, and you probably can't hear it on camera, but it sounds like the whole ground is shaking. It's so scary. You could see things. I'm not going to lie, this place here sounds like some jet engines. It's so loud.
This is loud. Listen to this. Wait for it. How? Where's it coming from?
And I think the reason why places like these are becoming more and more popular with time is deep down I think we all know that the 9 to 5 and the small places to work are not environments that we would like to spend a lot of time in. Whilst on the opposite spectrum you have quality restaurants, low pricing, and a much better quality of life. You'll probably see this region is very high up north. So what's the weather like over here? The weather, I wouldn't say it's amazing, but it is February right now. We've been here for like the last 4 days. It's not too bad. It's cloudy today, but the rest of the days have been kind of sunny. What's weird is these houses look like they're built to last, like they're built for hard winters. And we've not seen rain so far. So this place right here used to be an old mining town, and you can tell just because there's tons of factories surrounding this town. So during the 80s and 90s, this place used to be booming, but obviously as time has moved on, that industry is not as big anymore and people have slowly started to move out. That's why there's such a big opportunity right now. The pricing, quality, because the quality is still there. Restaurants, bars, food, everything, but there's not so many people anymore. I've seen videos of this place in summer and it's completely different. It's much better weather. There's like boats going around, but right now it's completely obsolete, which for some people might be a benefit, but for others it might be a downside. If your life is pretty social, it might be a downside for you. What is really cool, I have to say, is wherever you go around here, you could drive 2 hours down south, that you're still going to find the same quality of food, the same price, and the same kind of format, just like a daily menu. The first thing you notice is actually how slow life actually moves here. No one's in a rush, no one's in a hurry, and it all feels peaceful. You know, we live in a time where cities are getting busier, more crowded, people don't say hi, just want to get to work, or they're on their phone. When you arrive at a place like this, you genuinely feel different. You pick up immediately, and honestly, it feels amazing. We live in a world that never stops. Notifications, deadlines, expectations, always pulling us forward. Always demanding more, and somewhere along the way we forgot how to just live. But here, away from the noise, away from the rush, everything slows down. And when life slows down, you start to notice things. The sound of the wind, certain things you'd like to change. They say mental health is about what you consume, what you feed your mind. But maybe it's also about where you are. Maybe peace isn't something you find, maybe it's something you come back to. We weren't meant to live in constant noise. We weren't meant to rush through every meal, every moment, every day like it's just another item on a checklist. Sometimes the best thing you can do is stop, just for a moment, breathe, let life catch up to you. So is this the best city in Spain? Well, if you like high quality food, low prices, and an actual work-life balance, then yeah, probably. But if you prefer overpriced rents, €7 lattes, and people bumping into you while texting, then maybe stick with the big cities. As for me, I might just start looking at real estate listings over here. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.